This is part two. Oh, so yeah, so the FBI, they personally know me. They're total assholes. They read letters I had sent, and their agents all knew the words of the letters and would use the what I had said and go, to make fun of me during calls. There are other people, other names of people I went to. I went to the Oregon senators and congressmen at the federal level, all over the state. So even if they weren't in my district, I went to them. Senator Wyden, Senator Merkley. I sent Ron Wyden stuff in the mail, including signing the form for requests of help with the. You have to sign a release of information because they want to be able to go and talk to people on your behalf. So I did all that. I even sent with like a packet of information. FBI agent Ted Gunderson, I sent that affidavit he wrote about people being stalked and harassed and targeted by NSA and CIA and military intelligence agencies and local contractors and agencies and state agencies. I put all that in there. I had psych eval probably too. My website's also mentioned, so they just go there, type that in, they get all my records, my psych evals, history, torture report, all that. The state police have been involved the whole time. They're one of the first agencies to set me up good because they wanted to frame me for everything I knew about the state hospital and protect the state employees. But Bonnie the Tucker, protect Bonnie the Tucker. All the staff know they're corrupt and riding with the protection of all these other agencies. They knew it. You should have saw the way they behaved in 2000, every fucking 2000 year, man. I saw them all together doing it. Everyone knew. That's the same behavior I've seen all over the place. So Lane County Sheriffs know too. They've also gotten emails. They've always known. I was in their custody when they abused me. I had witnesses. People who saw me get abused and signed statements. Over like 16 people. I have that. They wrote letters saying, yes, I heard and saw this. The deputies were doing this to Todd. I wrote letters to the sheriff while in custody, Thomas Turner. I had sergeants there talk. I also went to, who's that? There's the federal guys that do the transport, the marshals, U.S. Marshals. I called them. I went to them. I also sent them letters, and they refused to help, man. These corrupt fucking fags. U.S. Marshals were caught using stingrays and stuff. They're sitting there working in like Florida and different parts of the country, hiding, telling the local agencies they can't talk about the stingray use, and the police are lying to the judges about it and everything. That's fucking corrupt shit. That's the same thing with every surveillance tactic, dude. They're all using all this crap together. I don't know. The judges seem to know, though. They're in on it, but they don't want to. There's some pacts. Certain people who I don't even know. There's so many lies. So in Oregon, I also went to Portland Police Bureau. I went in personally, my face, right there. I went to them for help. And I said I got DVDs of information and stuff about my torture and abuse and everything. The government stalking me, surveilling me, harassing me, and other stuff. They didn't even call back. They said we can't take any more information here. We can't take your DVDs or nothing. We'll have a detective, someone specializing in this, call you. Never called me. I called them. Also, like, I'm pretty sure I did try to call back. I tried to call and find out. I wrote emails, though, to the chief of Portland and to the Portland Police Department. Springfield mayor and city councilman and probably the police, even though they've been involved the whole time. Eugene. Oh, also probably went to Salem Police. Did emails there, probably. I'm not so sure if I went to the website trying to, I don't know if I actually got it though, trying to get contact information. And Eugene, yeah, Eugene Police, oh yeah, every council city member, including Lane County's commissioners, all got information as well. The attorneys for the city and the county, the attorneys for the state, Attorney General of Oregon, Attorney General of California as well, Jerry Brown, like I said before. Oh, I also went to, a sheriff in Arizona who's not liked by the Obama administration. He's been targeted, so I went to him. He's very famous. I don't have his name with me right now, though. You could probably find it, though. He's very famous. Is he sheriff at Tempe, or where is he? I don't know. So, I wish I remember his name, but he's spoken out against Obama and different stuff. So he's kind of famous for doing that and being targeted by the U.S. Department of Justice, too. So if you ever look it up, you'll probably find his name easily. I called them, and I left a message with my information about what I was going through and how maybe he could help. He didn't even call back. I think I left 2 messages, maybe. It was just last month. What they have is a general mailbox. If you want to leave a comment for the sheriff, he's so famous that you can leave just a message about right to the sheriff. Because people around the country call. There were cops in Oregon. Everywhere I went, they would follow me, stalk me, whatever. One time in 2010, me and my family went to the coast. The cop waited. He stalked us. Okay? We went to Dairy Queen. We were finished at the end of the day. He just parks his car across the street and waits for us when we're inside, giving us a special visit. There was nobody called. He tracked us down, and then he looks at me and he says, "Do I know you? You fucking knew me. I'm enemy of the state." This was in 2010, maybe May. I think I was out in April or March, so some point after March or April. So I was. Even my dad knew. He's like, "What the hell? That was weird. Why do you think this guy stopped us?" Well, that's a hint that my dad knew why the cop really stopped us. So did my grandpa. My family knew everything that had happened to me, the murder attempts, the crap that the state hospital did. They were just going along with the flow of everything that everyone wanted to do, because the decision was made that I would never get help with this. And one of the things was that it would be under the table, everything that was done. No one would be prosecuted. I was literally, how else would the cop know who I was and want to ask me that? Why would he do that? You could probably, the surveillance system, it's elaborate. The connections that these guys have. Okay, so a guy like me comes around. At first, they're giving me special attention. That's the way they wanted to pretend it was. Well, I'm getting murdered and stuff. It's so sick what they were doing to me, man. Of course, the God, how could they stomach themselves day to day knowing what they were doing? It's sick. And they act like it's just fun and like we're all going to be friends. And they're not going to go to prison or jail or something. Come on, they're going to have to go. Everyone is going to have to go that was involved in this has any memories in their mind. Alright, so a lot of people knew. There's so many fucking people everywhere. So I just told you, I'm trying to just get all the names together. I went to, damn. So many damn people. But all the law enforcement agencies, all the most important people. Now, the Oregon State Police even have documents. You could do a public records request. They're going to have a document from me in 2011. The cop just lies about it all. But he was one of their agents. He also had contact with the CIA himself. CIA calls him right up. He's their contact. His name's Scott Yucker. He was put in charge of the state hospital investigations there, so he could cover it all up and everything. And he's going to have a piece of paper for me that fully explains what the technology is about from Wikipedia. This is a Wikipedia article from 2011. He had it. He took a copy of it. It was called... Actually, this was a copy of the backup from Wikipedia, because Wikipedia destroyed the article. They took it down. It's called Synthetic Telepathy. The article Wikipedia didn't want you to read. Wikipedia, the editors are government agents, spies, special interests. They tear apart information they don't want you to have. The articles get deleted. Fucking shit like that. So, there's so much censorship on Wikipedia. That's all. And anyway, this article is taken down. Here's the archive. Explains it's got the patents there, different pieces of, cited, researched information. Here's a source for this. Here's NBC. Oh, Department of Defense developing synthetic telepathy. Fucking patents from the 70s and 1990s. Fucking invade the person's mind with voices and biocommunications and shit. Satellite based, blah blah blah. God, stuff on MSNBC, because this has been on the news before. This is where they're covering the press releases. The Pentagon is saying about this, what they're doing with developing it and everything. Well, it's really a prized possession. It's like having the power of God, and you make it. Okay? It's the power of God. Would you give up the power of God if you made it? And would you fucking covet it and cover everything up to protect it? Yes, that's what they're all doing. It's ultimate surveillance and setting people up. Okay? And communication. And intelligence gathering. Okay? There's no system better. If you could just go, if you can know rather than guess everything, that's what it's about. And without anyone knowing, everyone being unwitting that they're being tapped with it and spied on with it, and potentially hacked with it, at risk for hacking. That's oh God. And there's been so many victims. See, that's the thing. The skulls, the dead bones of people who were victims of this shit, who had been hurt on purpose and lost their lives, lost their time on earth. For these people, they didn't get, none of these victims got anything from it. I'm one of them. We didn't get nothing from this. There is, goddamn, man. Just try to think about it. What we're dealing with is these people who take life from others for their own selfish needs. Above the law. But laws and the books don't mean nothing to any of the people that are running this fucking show. Well, anyway, now you know. You now know why all the whistleblowers have taken huge risks in doing what they've done. And why people like Ed Snowden had to take to the next level. Just to get us anything about what they are doing and what they're capable of. Because we today are in a much better position than we were. Ed Snowden has helped. He's lifted, but he hasn't helped enough. He got access to low level stuff. It's good material, okay, but it's not good enough. It's not the stuff the Department of Defense has and the NSA has for the air gap side of it all. The fucking space capabilities completely not anything Snowden has. In the radar systems, nothing's in there. So what else? So Snowden is right up there with like Aaron, Alexis, and Myron. He's just doing good. These people did nothing but good for mankind. And Dr. Robert Duncan and fucking Russell Tice. These people did nothing but good. The only thing you worry about is if some of these people knew more and they didn't let it all out. You know, there's secrets still remaining to be told. And the whistleblowers will admit it. They'll say, we're not allowed to talk about anything classified. We can't say anything. And they all go, as long as we don't say anything is classified, we're okay. I'm serious. So they're holding on to everything still. They haven't even told us. Now, we have gotten information from public sources. That's what they're talking about and telling us usually. It's the only thing they're legally allowed to say. One whistleblower person told me from the government that they will be treated like a traitor, right? And they will go to prison. And they can never say on the record these things. Another one of these people said that that there's never been anyone that they would be willing to fully help because of the risks involved in helping. The risks, it's very hard. You will be prosecuted and persecuted. Bill Binney also said that. See, he said it's very hard to whistleblow. See, he said that on RT in 2012. He backed all this up. He's come clean. Of course, it's a fascist, totalitarian, state. So, it was on RT then, what is it, 9 elections, right? And I have that video on my site. So, I've got, you gotta, he says you will be targeted. You step out, you say something about this, you're being targeted. That's how fucking real it is. It's not that they haven't told us everything. I mean, they've told us. They're saying we're all being targeted. It doesn't take anything to be targeted. They've told us. Will the mass public, though, one person could know that the mass public doesn't know, and they're not picking up on what's going on. You can't communicate with them. If you can't communicate with them and they don't act like they know, and, you know, it doesn't have any effect. You could know yourself all you want. It doesn't matter if the rest of everyone else are stupid. So, that's one of the problems everyone's going through, really. Is if everyone else is stupid, then everything you do and say is meaningless, virtually. And the people of power don't have to care. See, they look at it as they're getting a pass on this. The public isn't doing nothing. They're not uprising. They're not changing anything. They haven't fucking stopped us. They haven't voted us out of power. They haven't done any big protests or riots. They haven't done some self-defense. Haven't been any mass shootings. They're just letting us slide by. It's like, that's the way the government's looking at this. I'm telling you. Government knows. Everyone knows. It's the fucking public. They're just not responding. They should be doing what they did with the Ferguson stuff. Or the LA riots everywhere. That's the way you get this taken care of. Where's the Martin Luther King days when everyone was fucking lining, having big conventions and fucking going to the... Something is fucked up about today's society, because this is something to really pay attention to. Look back at what it was like in the 60s and the 70s. When they had the protests and the hippie days and other stuff going on. How big those movements were. They were huge. But today, I don't see anything that huge. And it's almost as if no one's doing anything to fight any of this anymore. Something's been radically changed to prevent people from doing anything. From being intelligent, from rising up and fighting. What did the government do to make people like this? That's what I want to know. People used to be strong and powerful, and they're not anymore. Everyone's pussy shit. They can't lift a finger. They can't get angry. It's almost as if government's made it so people can't get angry and can't be intelligent and make decisions. For the most part. Even the anonymous hackers group, their protests are pretty, it's where everything needs to be almost, to a degree. They're actually not going after the government enough. They're a bunch of tards. They're fucking idiots. Really. They're going after everyone else in the world but the government in the United States. It's fucking stupidest pussy group you've ever seen, anonymous. They're stupid. Everyone, they're fucking brainwashed little rats, basically. They don't even have, and they don't understand what they're doing, that their own government's corrupt as shit. I've seen people, they're going after ISIS with the government. And what kind of shit is that? Our government's way worse than ISIS. If anything, we need to consider that we need allies, including terrorist groups, to help us. I mean, the government needs a blow dealt to it. So that's why I'm saying, if you really know what you're dealing with the so-called terrorists and militants and people, they're actually better than portrayed by the government. You think they're, some of them are actually helping us, They're sending a message to the government when they bomb the fucking World Trade Center. I'm serious. These acts of terrorism, I'm not so sure are all terrorism. I think people are responding to our government being as violent and destructive as it is. And there's a reason they're attacking us. A big reason. A very legitimate reason. And that whole reason has been hidden. And everyone's like, oh, they're attacking us instead of this violent government that needs destroyed. The public is stupid. And the details have been withheld. They don't have their own intelligence agencies. When is the public, before they spit out an opinion, when did they go and investigate all this? Not on the fucking internet, but going into the fucking agencies with force and stealing documents and fucking analyzing, even doing forced brain scans and lie detection and fucking figuring stuff out. When did they do that? They never did it. So they don't know shit. They're just spouting bullcrap opinions. That's the way Anonymous is. They didn't investigate this themselves. They are stupid shit. They're actually a group partly controlled by the government who's fucking using surveillance on them, so they're being tricked into doing crap for the government. It's a fucking fucktard group. Alright? In the early days, they were cool because they were actually hacking people and doing some cool stuff. They're not doing that so much right now. Or it's not as cool as it used to be anyway. It's where people really thought they were cool. And plus, anonymous, anyone can join it. You just say, "Oh, I'm anonymous," and now I'm running an op to save uh whoever or whatever cause, blah blah blah. Oh, wow. I even went to rich people. I went to Bill Gates. And I sent emails to Bill Gates Foundation and Bill Gates himself, the guy's email address. I went to fucking Facebook CEO, whatever his fucking name is. I actually emailed that motherfucker and posted shit as well. I went to William Clinton, Bill Clinton, and emailed his fucking staff. I said, "Hey, remember the bioethics committee and all that shit that you set up to prevent this?" Fucking. And by the way, I don't support Clinton. Hillary Clinton's a fucking retard. Don't vote for that cow. Vote for me. Put me on the fucking ballot. I'd be a better president. Vote for Jesse Ventura. I don't even trust Jesse Ventura, though. You know. I didn't see what it was like as governor, if it was legit or not. You know, but yeah, sure. I agree with the show. It shows and what he says. What he says may be different from what he believes. That's the problem with this whole world, is that's the way it is with politics. Yeah, Jesse Ventura, I'd say he's most likely cool. I gotta meet him. I gotta see him. I wrote to him. His attorney didn't write back, though. I asked him for help. I don't know if Jesse Ventura followed me on YouTube or not, but I think he did. I saw that last year. What else? Well, with the people, what they've understood is that the message that they give to the public is actually what they craft. It's a craft. It's an art. It's a style to manipulate them. And then behind, once they're elected or whatever, they're in power, they don't do nothing, right? See, it's a whole big game. Money's involved in manipulation. So that's why you gotta stop voting for all these fucking cunts. Go locally and pick out someone and say, hey, just find anybody. They're gonna be better. And vote for them. Get together and vote for them. The soccer mom, the chick down the street who runs the daycare, vote for her, okay? Or the guy who runs, just get someone who really cares about the people, and he wants to undo the corporate situation and give everyone in the public all the resources. And that's all you gotta do. You just write bills after that point. Everyone in the country, we all get elected like that. We pass any bill we want. We undo anything. Undo money, undo slavery, undo taxes or tax breaks for the rich. Undo fucking tax the rich like a motherfucker. Give everyone $1 million. Fucking, free college tuition. Fucking put in welfare. Put in social services. Put out all the stuff. Build all the stuff that we need. End mass surveillance. Start investigating crime. Make public officials accountable. Make the penalties extra hard for fucking public officials, because if you fuck up, you're gone. Create new investigation tools. Brain reading in fucking courts. Fucking, no one can lie anymore. That's the thing. No one will be able to lie anymore. Create an agency that actually wants to prosecute government officials too. Give them power. Create the ability for any public attorney to do a prosecution in criminal court as well. Not just prosecutors or district attorneys. And not just attorney general and fucking U.S. attorneys. Because these are the corrupt people today. They're all running this fucking corrupt show. I went to the attorney general in Oregon, like I said, and California. They know me personally. They have special agents in the Department of Justice in Oregon who know me personally. Who have called me and have tried to frame me and other shit. Attorneys that were defending the state hospital in court against me. Fucking bitches that they were. Just framing me, man. They knew everything. They're paid to defend the state. As if they're criminals. The state could be a criminal. The Attorney General only cares about defending the state so they win. So don't expect them not to be dirty and like for justice. They're defending the state. That's what their jobs are.